welcome to our blending lesson today. So, today's January 6th, and we are reviewing some of those digraphs from Unit 2. So first, we'll practice some high frequency words, and we've got all of the Unit 1 words, plus some different Unit 2 words than what we practiced yesterday. So, of course, make sure you're focused and participating. Make sure that you are practicing, because practice makes perfect with anything, letter sounds, math, anything you're doing. All right, so let's go ahead and start. There, could, use, knew, one, live, then, of, under, 3 like the number, 2 like the number, move, no, jump, run, to, they, make, fun, pull, come, be, down, out, good, very, up, what, does, school, not. Excellent. Thank you so much. Whew. Excuse me. All right, first word. Whip. Your turn. Pa. Whip. So in this word, whip, WH at the beginning, like the whale card. So remember, WH, you just kind of have to know that it says wa. Because you can hear the W, you can't really hear that H. So you just kind of have to have that in your back pocket. Okay, so WH, wa. I says I. P says pa. Wa. Ip. Whip. All right, next word. We are going to take whip and we are going to replace the P, the pa, with a Z. So go ahead and think about that. If we've got whip and we're going to replace pa with Z, think about what word we're going to get. What word? Whiz. Whiz. So WH. Wa. I says I. Z says Z. Wa is whiz. Yeah, so the beginning sounds between these two words are still the same. We got wa, I, wa, I. Only difference is that ending sound. All right, next word. Bunch. Your turn. Cha. Bunch. B says ba. U says N says and CH like the cheese card. Says cha. Let's blend. Ba, ch. Bunch. Excellent. Next word. Wing. Your turn. Wa. I. Ga. Wing. So in the word wing, we are using the sing card. W says wa. I says I. N G, ng, wa, ing, wing. All right, let's read our first line. Whip, whiz, bunch, wing. Your turn. Excellent, thank you so much. All right, next word. Shop. Your turn. Sh, pa, shop. So in this word, shop, we are using the shell card. Remember, SH, I like to think of it as shh, like you're telling someone, shh, be quiet. SH. Sh. O says ah. P says puh. Fix that. Sh. Op. Shop. All right, next word. Thin. Your turn. I. N. Thin. So in the word thin, we are using the thumb card. I says I. And says n. In. Thin. Next word. Hip. Your turn. Ha. I. Pa. Hip. H says ha. I says I. P says pa. Ha. I. Pa. Hip. Right, so we are going to turn the word hip into the word ship. So in order to do that, we're really just going to add an S to make SH, that sh. And I says I. P says pa. Sh. Ip. Ship. So you look at those two words, hip and ship. Once you put that S next to the H, it no longer says ha. This H no longer says ha because it works together with its buddy S and says sh. Let's go ahead and read our second line. Shop. Thin. Hip. Ship. Your turn. Thanks so much. All right, next word. Hot. Your turn. Ha. Ah. Hot. H says ha. O says ah. T says ta. Ha. Ot. Hot. All right. So we're going to turn the word hot into shot. Like took the shot. So in order to do that, all we really have to do is put an S there. Because once an S and H, once an S goes in front of the H, no longer says ha, now it says sh. O says ah. T says ta. Sh. Ot. Shot. So hot and shot, they rhyme because they have that same ending sound, that hot, or the ot, I'm sorry, the ot. And the only thing that's different is in the word hot, H says ha, but in the word shot, H is part of a team that says sh. All right, next word. Think. Your turn. I. Nk. Think. So in the word think, we're using that thumb card, TH, you just have to know it's not ta and ha, it is I says I, thick. NK, nk, ink, think. And last word. Bring. Your turn. Br. I. Ng. Bring. It's one of those R blends, those beginning blends. B and R. Ba. Just burr. I says I. NG, like the sing card. Bring. Bring. All right, let's read our last line. Hot. Shot. Think. Bring. Your turn. Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, let's do a sentence. I've talked about how PH makes that F sound, like in the word graph. We did that one yesterday. PH, when those two are together, they say, they don't say paha, they just say the F sound. So PH says, thank you. I says, I. L says, o. Il, Phil. So Phil, this is a name, so that means it's a person, that means it's a noun. So Phil, W says what? I says I. You can double up on that. L, O, wa, il, will. Phil, will. Oh, those words rhyme because they both have that ill at the end. Spelled differently. Will has two L's, Phil has one L, but they still sound the same. P says pa. I says I. TCH, like the cheese card. TCH, another way to spell that cha, but again, you'll only see it at the end. So you see TCH at the end of a word, just know it's cha. Pa, ich, pitch. Phil will pitch, and this one is actually a high frequency word from Unit 3 that we've practiced a bit. So this is high frequency word today. So you can kind of think of it this way. I think the word to was a high frequency word from Kinder, just T-O. And I know that day was also a high frequency word. I'm not sure where it was, but it is a high frequency word that we've already done. So if you just put those two together, today. Right. So we know that the P is capitalized because it's at the beginning of a sentence. It's also a name, so that makes it a noun. Let's go ahead and circle that now. Phil will pitch today. Your turn. Wonderful. So now we need punctuation. So at the end of the sentence, I would say this just as a regular sentence. Phil will be the one that's going to pitch today in our game. So in that case, it would be a period. Now let's pretend that you are on Phil's baseball team, and Phil is just a super duper phenomenal pitcher. Like, he can throw that ball and strike anybody out. So you might be very excited when you say this, like, oh my goodness, Phil is going to be our pitcher today. Phil will pitch today. And you're really excited because Phil is going to help you win the game because he is such a good pitcher. Then you might say it with more oomph, which means that you will have a exclamation point. So, first noun, Phil, he's a person. Now this word, today, is also a noun. It's not the kind of noun that you can touch. It is like a state of being now. It's kind of like a place. Phil will pitch today. That's when he's going to pitch. So I kind of gave that away. Pitch is our verb. So remember, we know that a verb is an action, and it's something that you can do. So pitch is something that you can do, or in this sentence, Phil is going to be the one to do that action. All right. Excellent. Thank you so much for your focus. We'll see you later.